Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with one of my own puzzles. This is a puzzle called Wellspring, and this is a puzzle that was originally created for caging constraints. But when we were putting the pack together, we basically had to do a cull because we ended up with, I think it was something like 60 puzzles, maybe 70, and it was just too many for the pack. So what we did is we went through and we picked what we thought were not necessarily the best puzzles, but we picked based on how many different authors or setters had submitted and how many of different constraints we had and how many of different difficulties we had. And this was a walk in the park thermo that I really liked, but there were ones from other setters that I thought did the job just as well. But we kind of put the other puzzles aside, and there's a couple of reasons I pulled this out. One, I wanted to use this as a puzzle to say caging constraints still exist. There's a pack of I think it's 50 Killer Sudoku variant puzzles, might be 40. It's something like that. With along the lines of this, this was created for that pack. So normally Killer mixed with one other constraint of various difficulties. This would have come in as one of the. I think we split them into difficulties: walk in the park, scenic hike, trek into the wilderness, where you've got of increasing difficulty, and this would have come, I think, probably later in the walk in the park, but I haven't solved this for quite a while, so I'm not really sure. But it was definitely designed to be one of the easier puzzles. But not easy in the easy. It's a little tricky. I also wanted to use this to basically say I wanted to do one of my own puzzles because this is my 400th main video. I've done a whole heap of other videos with the Sudoku problems and the race to 37 and the skilling Sudoku and the Bremster unpublished stuff. But of the main videos, this is number 400, and I wanted to do one of my own puzzles for that. Talking about my own stuff as well, I've had a few questions recently about how I set puzzles and everything, and I just want to turn around to people and say I did an interview about a month ago with Memrista on his channel talking about a lot of this stuff, and I highly recommend you go and check out Memrista's interview of me and of a lot of other setters. He's interviewed, I'm not going to try and list them all because I'll forget, but I'm going to list some people like Torcat and Codec and Fistamafel and Clover and KNT, and there's so many amazing setters. The Cogito, Taganis, so many amazing setters that have contributed a lot to the community. And if you want to see him talk to those setters about the way they create puzzles and what they think about the way puzzles can be improved and the way they think about things, just go check out Memrista's channel. I will provide a link to it. It is a really good resource for people who want to learn more, not just about how to do puzzles, but how puzzles get created and how we all work as a community. The other thing I want to call out before I start the puzzle is as of the time of not me recording, but definitely of the time of this coming out, the people who've contributed sent in solution codes to Skilling Sudoku. That is now done. There might be a couple more names trickle in, but I'm going to start reading out names for people who've submitted to caging constraints as well. But I wanted to call out all of the people who've submitted solution codes to Skilling Sudoku as of me recording this, and they are the following. So thank you to everyone who sent in solution codes and everyone who's engaged with the pack, specifically Marty, Mark Weisner, No Math Dork, Harrison Lee, Martin Steed, Pat Timmons, Panthera, Andrew Monteleone, Scott Bathurst, Fellis Timon, Mark Henkel, Rodrigo Mahu, Jack Welsh, Pankuri Gavila, I may have got the naming of that one wrong, James, Amy Colbell, Console, and Minddrive. These are people who submitted multiple solution or any solution codes to the pack that you don't need. They didn't need to have completed all of them, and it's the same with caging constraints. If you complete any of the puzzles you can and send row 3 to my contact details below to my email address, then that is good enough for me. And yeah, it's really nice when we can get some feedback on the packs, and I can pass that through to the other setters and say, this is what people have been saying. Anyway, that's been enough of a long rant. Yeah, check out Memristas, check channel, check out the other packs and caging constraints, and even look at Skilling Sudoku. I'm not still accepting codes, but anything. Congratulations to the people who've sent in codes. Yeah, check out the Sudoku problem series. There's just a lot going on. Anyway, let's have a look at this puzzle. Wellspring by me, Bremster. So, what are the rules? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have killer cages, which was the theme of caging constraints. So, in cages, digits must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. Digits cannot repeat within a cage. So, for example, in this 16 cage, while it might be possible to go 5, 5, and 6, this is broken the rules of killer because that does not work. And then we've got thermos, and along thermos, digits must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip, which means this digit will be higher than this digit, and this digit will be higher than this digit. That's the rules of the puzzle. I'm going to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. I have not solved this in a very long time. So, yeah, no idea what I'm in for. 7 cage in 3 must be 1, 2, 4. You cannot put a 1 partway along a thermo, and this cannot be a 4 because this must be lower than this. This does mean there must be a 4 in here. 6 cage must be 1, 2, 3, and I can do the same thing. This can't be a 3 because this has to be higher. This can't be a 1 because this has to be a lower. It must be a 3 in there. Now, can I do much with an 8 cage? So an 8 cage must have a 1 in it, and the 1 must go in one of those two. So it's either 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. But, right, this can't be 1, 3, 4. Because if this is 1, 3, 4, then the 4 would have to go here because of the pointing 4s from the 7 cage, but then I'd have a 1 or a 3 higher than a 4 on a thermo. So this is actually 1, 2, 5. I can't put a 5 at the bottom. And now I've got a 1, 2 pair, which makes this the 3 and this the 5. And this is not the 5. This is a 1, 2 pair in the box. And this is not the 3. And this is a 1, 2 pair in this box as well. That's very cool. I'm saying that's very cool. I don't remember this puzzle. I think it's been about 5 months since I created it, and I have not looked at it since. So this is now a 1, 2 pair in this row. This has to be higher than 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, which means this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably a silly thing to do, but I've done it now. So I can probably do something here. Like this has got to be 1, 2, 3, 4 because it's got to go 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, or 4, 5. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this has to be higher than this. So I know the order of this. Interestingly enough, these are 6, 7, 8, 9 because the only ways to make up 15 cages are 7, 8 or 6, 9. So these are going to take up all the high digits, which is going to put pressure on these because these can only be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now, and I cannot put 5 in the bulb of any of those thermos. So one of those is a 5, but I can't put 1 partway along the thermo. That's done less than I'd hoped. So I can't put a 1, 9 in either of these 10 cages because I'd have to go 1, 9, and then I'd need something higher than a 9 and lower than a 1. So that's not going to work. But I could put 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6 because I could go 1, 2, 8, 9. No, I can't put a 2 there. Oh! This can't be 1, 2, or 3. But this has to be a 10 cage that's going up. This has to be, whoops, not both. This has to be 4, 6. Because this has to be the lowest digit in the 10 cage and it can't be 1, 2, or 3. And a 10 cage has to be 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6. This has to be the 4, 6. So this now can't be 4, 6. And this has to be 2, 8, or 3, 7. which means 1 is in one of those, which it had to be anyway, which means that's not 1, so that's not 8. So one of these is a 1. There's no 4 in here anymore. And there's no 6 here, so there's no 9 here. This is from 1, 2, 3, and this is from 1 or 2. Okay, and I've got something similar here. This can't be 1, 9. So it's either 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad. So we know 4 is in one of those two. So it's either 4, 5 or 4, 6. There's no 1 in the middle now. Nine could... So this is 8 or 9. And this is 7, 8 or 9. That is a 7, 8, 9 triple. So this is the only place in the row for a 5. Because I can't put a 5... These are a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the only place I can put a 5. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. But that's not doing much. This is very strange. I don't remember this at all. And I like it when that happens most of the time. So I think these are from 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, these are from 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is at least 3. But it could be almost anything. This 9 cage, maybe. Because this... So the maximum I can put in here is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This can't be 1. These can't be 3. This can't be 6. Now, I'm running low on low digits. Like this can't be 1, 2. So this can't be a 2 because then this would be a 1 and I've broken that. So that's not a 2. This is a 4, a 5 or a 6. So these have to be from 1, 2, 3 because I need 2 digits from 1, 2, 3. Because if I didn't have 2 digits from 1, 2, 3, this would be 4, this would be 5 and I've already hit 9. So there's no 4, 5 here and there's no 4, 5 or 6 here. And this is a 1, 2, 3 triple. So that's the 4 and that's not the 4. That means this is not a 4. Which means there is a 1 in this cage somewhere. So it's either 1, 2, 6 or 1, 3, 5. There is a 1, 2 across here. There's a 1, 2 up here. So this is not a 2 anymore. Oh, there's a 1, 2 up here as well. That's not a 2. So this is from 6, 7, 8 or 9 because it's got to be higher than 5. And this is from 7, 8 or 9 because it's got to be higher than 6. This is not a 5. This is a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. So these are all from 1, 2, 3, 4. These are from 1, 2, 3, 4. And there must be a 1 in one of those. This is strange. There's got to be a 9 at the end of one of those thermos. If this is 3, this is 5, this is 1. So this 18 cage must have a 3 or a 5 in it. So 189 doesn't work, 279 doesn't work, 468 doesn't work, but all of the others do. 369 would make this 69. 378 would make this 78. 459. This would be 5. This would be 49. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, there's no 6 here. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. So this is 1, 2, 3, 5 in this box. And that's not the 5 and that's not the 1. So there is a 1 up here. 1, 2, 3, 5. There has to be a 5. There's no 2 there. This is a 3, 5 because of the 1, 2 pair. This is a 3, 5 pair. There's no 3 here. There's no 3 here. This is a 1, 2 pair. So there's a 3, 5 in each of these. So again, this 16 cage must have a 3 or a 5. So 169 doesn't work, 178 doesn't work, 268 doesn't work. But I can't put a 2 in this 16 cage because I can't put a 2 in any of those cells. So 259 doesn't work. And it's the same up here. I can't put, the 18 cage could never have taken a 2 anyway. And this isn't quite as restricted. If this is 3, 7, this is 2, 8, 9, 1, 3, yeah, that's all fine. So this has to have 3, 4, or 5 in it. This is this is at least 5, but that's not telling me anything. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Five would make this 6, 6 would make this 5, 7 would make this 4, 8 would make this 3, and 9 would make this 2, which is completely useless. So this is also from 6, 7, 8, or 9, giving me... Maybe it's these, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So I've got 4, 7, 8, 9 to go in those. I know these are 6, 7, 8, 9, which has given me 3 of 6, 7, 8, 9 across here. So I can only put 1 of 6, 7, 8, 9 in here, so I can't put it there. But I could put one in there. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing something obvious. If this is 4, hang on, I've reduced an option from here. 6 goes with 3, 7 goes with, there's no 4 here. Because that would need a 5 there, and I've taken the 5 out because of that 5. There's no 4 there. This is the 4, which means this is the 6, which means this is a 7, which means this is a 2, which means there's no 2 in any of those. There's no 4 up here. There's no 7 here. There's no 6 or 7 here. And there's no 4 here. Okay, did that do anything? Okay, it took 2 out of that. This becomes a 1. So it takes 1 out of that. So this is not a 3. 1 here means this is a 2. There's no 2 here. So this is the 1. This is the 3. Which means this is the 2, so this is the 8, this is the 9, this is the 7, which takes 7 out of both of those. No 7 there means no 8 there. There's no 8 there, so there's no 7 there. There's no 9 there, so there's no 6 there. Two has to be in one of those two. So it's either 2, 9 or 2, 8. 1 has to be in one of those two. And that's because of all of this. But this is now more restricted. There has to be a 4 or a 5 in this 18 cage. So 189 doesn't work, 279 doesn't work, 369 doesn't work, 378 doesn't work. 459 might. I can't put a 7 in this cage, so 567 doesn't work. So there has to be a 4 in this cage, and I can't put it there. That's the 4, that's the 3, which means this is a 5, but with a 4 it's either 5-9 or 6-8. So it's either 9-5 or 8-6. They're the only possibilities. Now I've got to put a 1 down here, and it can't go in either of those columns. That's a 1 because this is already, oh, actually this 2 makes this a 1, which makes this a 2, which makes this a 1. This is not a 1. So it's either 1, 2, 6 or 1, 3, 5. But this 2 means this is a 3. So this is a 5. There's no 5 up here. So there's no 6 here. So this is 6 or 7 for the 6, 7, 8, 9 in the column. There's a 6, 7 pair, and I can take 6, 7 out of both of those. There's no 6, 7 here. So 6 went with 5, 7 went with 4. So this is a 2, 3. Six, 7 pair. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we know the order because it's on a thermo. So there's a 5 in this. So this is either 9, 2, 8, 3 it can't be, or 7, 4. And I used that order because it had this digit had to be higher than the 5. Okay, 5 here makes this 3. So there is a 3 in this 16 cage with either 4, 9, 5, 8, or 6, 7. Well, it can't be 6, 7. So it's 4, 9 or 5, 8. But this one is either with 2, 9 or 4, 7. So this can't be 4, 9. Because if this is 4, 9, this has no fill because I couldn't then use 2, 9 or 4, 7. So this can't be 4, 9. This has to be 5, 8. And we know the order. That's the 8 and that's the 5. There's no 8 there. The 8, 9 here takes the 9 out of there and takes 8, 9 out of there, which takes 1, 2 out of there, which means because I had to put 1 up here somewhere, I mean, I've got 2 here and 1 here. This now has to be the 1. This has to be the 2. 2 in 11 goes with 9, which means this is 8. This 9 makes this 6. 4 and 6 means that this is 8. These are 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. There's no 3 in either of those, so that's the 3. 5, 7. So this has to be a 7, 9 in the column. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 4, 7, 9. So this is 4, 7, or 9. This is, I'm enjoying this. 4 goes with 6, which means this is 7, which means this is 9, which means this is 7. 5 and 7 goes with 4, which takes 4 out of those. Takes 4 out of that. This 7 makes this 9, which takes 9 out of those, which means this is 8 and this is 7, which means this is 6 and this is 9, which means this is 8, which takes 8 out of all of those. The 6, 7 pair makes this 9, makes this 7, makes this 6. This is just bouncing all over the place. I'm actually proud of this puzzle. I mean, I don't remember it, but I'm proud of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7 and 8, and this 7 gives me the order. That's the 8 and that's the 7. These are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, if this was 3, 4, that'd be 7 plus 5, which is 12, which is not 18. There has to be a 9 in here. In fact, I can do the math, I'm sure. So 5, these have to sum to 13. So this is 9 and 4. So this is the 3. 4 and 9. The 3, I'm not sure. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 3 and 5. This 3 means this is the 5 and this is the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 8, and 9. Well, there's no 9 in either of those. So that's the 9. I could have just put the 8 in there ages ago. The 1 makes this 3. There's no 9 in here. The 8 makes this 6 and this 8. Now, this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This 5 makes this 4 and 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There is no 1 there. There is no 7 there. There's no 7 there, so I put a 7 in the middle. 1, 2 there works, except there's already a 2 in this column. So 1, 2, 1, 2. This better be 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 4 and 9, and I'm resolving it with that 9. 4, 9, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 and 9. This 9 makes this 6 and this 9. The 6 looks back making this 2 and this 6. And that completes Wellspring, a puzzle I made for caging constraints, but ended up we didn't use it in the pack. And as I said, it wasn't because it wasn't a good puzzle. I think this is actually a lot of fun. It's just we had to make the pack not insanely large, and the plan was always we'd release the puzzles in some way, yeah, this is one of them, and I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying it. If you've got any questions or anything about it, please comments. Reach out via Discord is also a good way. The Bremster discussion channel on the Puzzle Plaza Discord. We're always happy to talk to people. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy everything we're doing. And as always, good luck with your solving.